What's your pronouns?
I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm a he. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff.
Yo, so I'm back in here for another episode of F-ya-Motha. This episode, I'm going to talk about trans men. Yeah, that's right. Bitches that think they men got testosterone medication and think that they men just because they look like it. It's almost as bad as men thinking they women because they put a dress on. It's going to take more than that, right? Now, I haven't really gone into like trans women, but I plan to, right, later in the future. And this is as a disclaimer, YouTube, I'm not gonna like be offensive, giving an objective point of view. Don't be flagging my videos, you bitch ass niggas. But what I will say about trans men, women with no tits and mustaches, it's gonna take a lot more than just growing facial hair, cutting your titties off, Elliot Page, to think that you're men, right? This thing called being a man is a mental, psychological, physical, and emotional roller coaster, right? Pretty much like women, but with more important shit other than our period, right? We have emotional breakdowns because we don't make enough money, or may not be able to get the bitches we want because we don't make enough money, not because our body hurts or our hormones are imbalanced. Hell, if your hormones are imbalanced as a man, go get some testosterone boosters and man up, pussy. But the reason I'm making this video, because I seen a video on Twitter, right? Scrolling through, looking at all the daily porn. And I seen a video of a fucking barista at Starbucks. Well, former barista. Bitch nigga don't work there no more. Was having a mental meltdown, right? Talking about how 8 hours was too long to work. Meanwhile, real men, and I mean biological males, be pulling off 8, 9, 10, 12, and 16-hour days. That's why there will never be such thing as a trans man. Not only that, you can't even get an implant dick. So what are you doing? You just playing dress up with no titties. You played yourself. In the words of DJ Khaled,
congratulations, you played yourself.
And this goes for trans women too. Like, don't get it fucked up, right? There's several reasons why I will probably never respect that shit. And it's not because I don't respect people. I do. But just because you put on a dress and get lipstick and titties does not mean that you're a woman. Is insulting to women, and trying to be a trans man is insulting to men, right? Just like transracialism, right? The bitch, what was her name? Rachel Dolezal. That was offensive to black people. I live this black shit. Bitch, just because you look light skinned doesn't mean that you can pull off a whole race. Speaking on this bitch, she's now doing only porn after being charged with welfare fraud. So maybe the bitch is black. But in any event, this video, this is just like, it was actually theater. It was comedy. It was hilarious. I laughed. I watched the video. I think it's a couple minutes. I watched this motherfucker 40 times. Then I saved it promptly, as I should, in my phone. I'm gonna show y'all the video. Y'all just check this shit out.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and I am literally about to quit. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but like, I really want to. I almost walked out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cried on the floor. It's just, I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm like 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day. Only 5 people were put on the schedule, and somebody had to call out, and there are 4 people running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's possibly scheduled 5 people. We only have 13 people employed at this store, and there's so many customers, and We don't have fair scheduling. Managers don't care about us. Our manager was supposed to come in this weekend and he took himself off the schedule, so he wouldn't be able to be held accountable for calling out. He just literally tore down the schedule that he was scheduled on and put up a new schedule where he wasn't on the schedule. Also, he couldn't have even seen that he was scheduled in the first place because he didn't want to be held accountable for not wanting to come in. They don't want to help us. We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen. We need fair scheduling. We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders.
Now, for all the people that just got done witnessing that bullshit, objectively speaking, the reason that I go so hard on these motherfuckers, I had a person tell me, "Yo, are you transphobic?" To which I had to think about that question. And at first I said nah, but then I thought about it. I don't like anything trans, right? Transams, transatlantic slavery, trans fat, Transformers, at least part 3 to 5. That shit was trash, right? Bring back Shia LaBeouf. So like, this shit was fucking embarrassing. Right, I don't know what the bitch go do. She probably go get some implants, lay off the testosterone pills, and go get a woman job. Like this is the shit that kills me about women. All women, they claim that men and women don't have the same rights, and that women don't get treated fairly, or they don't get treated equally as men do, right? Or get treated equal like men. But then you got a segment of bitches that go out and become studs, right? Playing dress up, trying to look like a nigga. And then you got some that go get hormone pills and try to dress up and look like a nigga. It's like, I don't think that you're going to get equality pursuing playing dress up. Like, now I'm not going to be the first to say that men and women aren't treated unequally. I know it's bitches that do OnlyFans and they make over $100,000. I can't do that shit. That's a privilege that I just don't got, right? And while my dick is of a decent size, I don't think hoes gonna be paying subscriptions on OnlyFans to see it. Nor do I want to show it. I might be somebody important when I get older. But in any event, like the whole argument of women claiming they don't get treated equally, it's kind of like falling through. It sounds like bullshit. And now you have bitches trying to dress up being like dress up looking like men. It's like, if you weren't getting treated equally to men, dressing up is not gonna get you that, right? You actually have to grit it out. You actually have to go through 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 hour days at work and not bitch. That's what men do. All the bitches out there that just think that they could play dress up and maybe lick on some coochie, it's a little bit more than that. I had a bitch tell me that being a man was just basically summed up to having a penis. To which I had to explain to her, bitch, if my dick doesn't work psychologically, I'm fucked up. While you playing dress up, you will never be a man. So you don't have that problem. If you become impotent or have erectile dysfunctions, you wouldn't, like, unless you go through that type of shit, like, you could never understand what being a man is. And it's more than just your dick, right? Like, you got to go through verbal abuse. You got to hold back from knocking people out. Whether they can kick your ass or not is irregardless to the fact, right? You have to keep your composure. And if you do wild out on somebody and fuck them up, like, you can't claim that it was a hormonal imbalance. Like, what's the fucking depression thing? Postpartum depression. Like, I can't claim that I was going through a mental bout. The court systems don't give a fuck. I'm effectively going to jail for 5, 10, 20 years. Bitches can kill whole families of kids and plead down to manslaughter. If I kill my whole family like Chris Benoit, I'm a monster. Anyways, it's just been my thoughts, ideals, and opinions on that. I've been meaning to do this episode, but the whole Kanye West takeoff, Kyrie Irving, I had to play catch up. I want to give y'all that real, or at least give y'all my perspective on that shit. And these are the type of episodes that I report on. Bullshit like this, like hoes trying to be men and having mental meltdowns. Anyways, if you like this episode, that's what's up. If you think I don't know what I'm talking about, you a dickhead, or you a trans woman out there trying to be something you're not.